Fastermind, good evening and welcome to the Manx Radio Folk Show with me, John Barker, playing you the best in folk and roots music from the Olllam and all around the world. And I'll start tonight's show with a groovy little number from the Olllam. Well, that's certainly got a good groove to it, hasn't it? Something a little bit different there from the Olllam. That's Olllam with 3 L's, O-L-L-L-A-M, and it's an old Irish word with 2 L's, I believe, which refers to the master of a particular trade or skill. They seem to spell everything with 3 L's. The album is called Elegy with 3 L's, and that track was called The Arrows That Murder Sleep with 3 L's in sleep. Next, I'm going to play you a track from a new duo album from Martin Simpson and Tom Jutz. We all know Martin Simpson, but Tom Jutz is an American award-winning singer and guitarist who has a fascination with the Appalachian ballads collected by Cecil Sharp, and this album features those particular songs. The album also features a number of special guests on vocals and on a number of instruments. On this particular track, we have Tim O'Brien, and the song is Edwin in the Lowlands.
Young Edward came to Emily's gold off for to show that he had made all in the lands, all in the lowlands low. My father keeps a boating house all down by yonder sea, and you should go there this night until the morning day. Young Emily in her chamber, she dreamed an awful dream. She dreamed she saw young Edward's blood go flowing like a stream. She rose so early in the morning, dressed herself just so, to go and see young Edward who plows the lowlands low. Oh, Father, where's that stranger came here last night to dwell? His body's in the ocean, and you know tales must tell. Oh, Father, you'll die a public show for the murdering of young Edward who plowed the lowlands low. Away then to some counselor to let the days be known. The jury found him guilty, his trial to come on. On trial they found him guilty, and hanged was to be for the murdering of young Edward who plowed the lowlands low. A fish that's in the ocean swims over young Edward's breast. While his body's in the ocean, I hope his soul's at rest, for he may be the only love my heart will ever know. And his name it was young Edward who plowed the lowlands low.
Now, some very sad news came to me via Babs Killier of Ramsey Folk Club last Thursday. when she told me that Paul Cringle had died that morning in Noble's Hospital. A very sad loss to the island's music community and, of course, utterly devastating for Ross, his wife. He was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer last September. I first met Paul probably in the early 90s when we both used to go to the same sessions. Perhaps it was in the Coaching Horses when there was a Thursday night session there. As is often the case in sessions, you're too busy playing music to actually have a long chat and get to know people very well. But he was a lovely man and a great guitarist and a great singer. I'm going to play one of his compositions, Alden River, which is well known amongst Manx musicians, particularly harpists have taken on this, and more of that later. This is just Paul playing his composition, Alden River. That was Paul Cringle, who very, very sadly died last week. I'll play more from Paul at the end of the show. The next track is from Tamsin Elliott and Tarek El Hazi. It's from an album called So Far We Have Come, and the track is called Hope is the Thing with Feathers. So that's one of the quieter numbers on that album by Tamsin Elliott and Tarek El Azhari. It's a great album, loads of variety. I'll play you something more upbeat next week. Here's something from the Scottish band Wayward Jane. Their music is a modern transatlantic interpretation of American folk and old-time traditions, blending roots music with fresh arrangements and original compositions. This track is Down the River.
Sticking like mud, 'cause there was no wind up against my sail. Down the river I would flow if I could, like a wandering swift over dusty plains. There was no wind up against my sail. The wildwoods draw curtains either side, and peering from their depths a million eyes. They sliced through me like a rusty nail. There was no wind up against my sail. And in the darkened sky, little lights go by. Old stars, hidden spirits pave the way. Where to I couldn't say. Shout so loud though it's blowing a gale, out to where my squinting eyes can rest. It's just frames of film in a tangled mess, frames of film in a tangled mess. Wild bodies bronze on the decks of bloated ships, lovers perch on a dinghy made of stone. From an empty calm to a rich unrest, just frames of film in a tangled mess. And in the darkened sky, little lights go by. Old stars, hidden spirits pave the way. Where to I couldn't see. Summer rolls on. It's 1,000 hours and 1,000 songs. Down the path my heavy heart would run, like a wandering swift over dusty plains. There was no wind up against my sail. There was no wind up against my sail.
Well, that jubilant track was One Night in Moania by Karhryn Tickell and the Darkening from their new album Cloud Horizons. I'm sure you've realised by now that I'm a big fan of Karhryn Tickell. I just love the sound of the Northumbrian pipes, and also she's a very open-minded musician, and this new album reflects that. Alistair Roberts has a new album out. He's a guitarist and a singer who, amongst other things, is a member of the Furrow Collective, and his album is called Grief in the Kitchen and Mirth in the Hall, and this is Kilbogie.
First when I come to Kilbogie town, with my short coat and my tartan pleedy. First when I come, my bonny loved to see. She lay in her bed till her breakfast was ready. When she got up and put on her clothes, she said she had been in the fields with her daddy, but it's weel I kent by the silk o' her hands. She lay in her bed till her breakfast was ready. When her breakfast it was set down, and it was made ready. Up spake her mother unto her, have naething to do wi' a Hieland laddie. They went out for to take a walk till the dinner was ready. He's put her on his high horseback, and she's far, far away wi' her Hieland laddie. Nathan there fitting for a lady. There was nobody there for to welcome her hame, but an old carl and a cankered wifey. And when at last to the Hielands they came, there was Nathan there fitting for a lady. There was Nathan there for her to lay on, but a wee puckle heller and his tartan plaidy. In my father's house there's blankets and sheets, and they are fine and made out ready, and wouldn't he be recht angry to see me lying here wi' a Hieland laddie. In the Hielands there's flocks of sheep enough, and they are thick and very money. Yet you'll get wool and you can spin, and make ye a blanket instead of a plaidie. Flocks of sheep they are good enough, but corn stacks they are muckle better, for they will stand in the drift and the snow, and the sheep will dee with the wind and the weather. A coach and six to me prepare, a coach and six it was made ready, a coach and six to take her all the way, and she's gained back till her hame in Kilbogie.
Lady Margaret sits in a bower door, sewing a silken seam. She's heard a note from Elman's Wood and wished that she was there. She's thrown her needle to her side and the thread down to her knee, and she has gone to Elman's Wood as fast as she could fly. She's walked among the bustling wood and sat down by the stone. A Bayan came up behind it in, saying, "Lady, leave alone. You may not pull the flowers here, nor shade under this tree, for I'm the keeper of this wood, and none may go but me. I heard a note from Elman's wood that floated on the wind, the sweetest music e'er I heard that drew me here within. But something in her winsome smile had caused his heart to moan. He's fluted her into a trance to keep her as his own. He's got the branches from the oak, the rushes from the stream, and he has made a shady bower to keep his lady in. She had not been so very long, long away from home, when she grew heavy round the waist, with child coming on. She had not been but 7 years away, when she is born in 7 sons to keep her company. But how her heart did mourn the loss of the world she's left behind, that every hour of the day the tears come rolling down. Then up and spoke her eldest son, sat at his father's knee. What makes our mother fall to weep and mourn continually? Your mother was a king's daughter, sprung from some high degree. She would have had some noble prince, had not been stole by me. So that night when they were in one bower, before the close of day, the eldest took his flute in hand and he began to play. He sounded such a soothing note, for he had learnt them well. His father fell into a trance, his mother from hers fell. She took her children in her arms and started for the town. And every mile this lady ran, her heart was beating strong. And when she reached her father's house, it was not even day, and not 1 hour had even passed since she had been away. The king's awoken in the morn and called his court around, and he has sent his merry men to burn the woodland down. They lived inside the royal house, full of mirth and glee, and when the king he was deceased, heir to the crown was she.
Following Alistair Roberts, we had Jim Murray there. Jim Murray is another influential singer and guitarist with lots of great solo albums, and also a member of False Lights. And he's got a new album coming out in November called Befleen, an alternative history. I'm not sure about that first word there. Befleen, not sure. Anyway, it reflects his last 20 years of recording, and he's re-recorded several of his tracks at Abbey Road Studios, and that particular one was called Hind Etin. Now, another new album is called Released, and it's by the Hunch, and they're appearing at the Centenary Centre on Saturday the 30th of September, so get your tickets. From their album, this is The Bonnie Ship, The Diamond.
Captain Thompson gives the order for to sail the ocean wide, where the sun it never sets, me lads, no darkness dims the sky, and it's cheer up, me lads, let your hearts never fail, for the Bonnie ship the Diamond goes a fishing for the whale. a fishing for the whale. A fishing for the whale. And we're setting the sail. A fishing for the whale.
So that was the Hunch, and you can get tickets to see the Hunch at the Centenary Centre by going to Peel Centenary Centre website and following the links to e-tickets. Also on e-tickets, you can get tickets for this Thursday. Yes, this Thursday, the 21st of September, at the Institute in Laxey. We have the always wonderful Brooks Williams and Aaron Catlow playing. There are still some tickets left, but we'd love to sell more. So maybe this will inspire you to go to etickets.im/et. This is Jackson Greyhound from their album Ready for the Times from last year.
I'm on Interstate 10, I just left Alabama, gone to Mississippi through East Louisiana. I'll take I-55 north, in and out of Highway 61. Under a clear blue sky and a red-hot fiery sun. In Jackson on Lamar Street, about halfway down, there's a Greyhound bus station, smartest building in town. A thing of beauty, rescued from disrespect. Restored to all its modern glory by Bob Adams, master architect. On May 28th, 1961, 9 freedom riders trying to get some things done disembarked here along the way from the end of segregation on public transportation all across, up and down the USA. Chevy HHRO with shiny chrome wheels behind tinted windows. I know how that driver feels. Concealed and concealing, hard to look the world straight in the eyes some days. As I search around and wonder, are we ever gonna fix our ways? As I search around and wonder, are we ever gonna fix our ways? On May 28th, 1961, 9 freedom riders trying to get some things done disembarked here along the way to the end of segregation on public transportation all across, up and down the USA.
It's a busy week for music, actually. On Wednesday night, there's Blues Club down at the Railway in Douglas with some special guests. Also on Wednesday night, there'll be the trad session in O'Donnell's. Friday night, there is the session in the Mitre. But before the session starts, Dave Collister is doing his free set dancing class from 8 p.m. and the session musicians will play for them, so they're dancing to live music. It's really good. The session then starts at around about 9:30 once that's finished. The Sunday session is the learners session at the Heron from 4 till 6. All welcome. Now, of course, Paul Cringle was a core part of the folk scene on the Isle of Man. I'm going to finish the show with a couple of tracks from him. The first is the song The Outside Track. The song is based on a poem from Henry Lawson from 1896 with a tune by Jerry Hallam. I'll follow that with Aldin River, another version of that tune written by Paul Cringle in 2013. Here it's played by Mira Royal on Celtic harp and Paul on guitar at a concert in Sulby from 2015. And once again, my very best wishes go to Ross and all of Paul's family and friends.
The port light glowed in the morning mist that flowed on the waters green, and over the railings we grasped his fist as a dark tide came between. We cheered the captain, we cheered the crew, our mate time's out of mind. We cheered the land he was going to, and the land he had left behind. Oh, they marry and go as the world rolls back. They marry and vanish and die, but the spirit will live on the outside track as long as the years go by. We roared Anzine as a last farewell, but my heart was out of joint. I well remember that hush that fell as the steamer passed the point. We wandered home through public bars, we were 10 times less by one. We rode out under the morning stars and under the rising sun. Oh, they marry and go as the world rolls back. They marry and vanish and die, but the spirit will live on the outside track as long as the years go by. One by one and two by two, they've sailed from this wharf since then. I've said goodbye to the last I knew, the last of the careless men. I can't but think that the times we had were the best times after all. As I stand aside with a lonely glass and drink to the barroom wall. Oh, they marry and go as the world rolls back. They marry and vanish and die, but the spirit will live on the outside track as long as the years go by. Oh, they marry and go as the world rolls back. They marry and vanish and die, but the spirit will live on the outside track as long as the years go by.